Who's your favourite team and who's going to win the World Cup?
So the Black Caps are my favourite team, and I think they'll win the World Cup.
I'm going to say it's going to be England, and Reece Topley, my old school friend from England, is going to take some wickets and win England the World Cup.
Favourite would have to be Ireland. Definitely an easy win for us, I think.
What about yours?
Yeah, I agree, Ireland.
Ireland?
Yeah, have to support the Irish boys. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Team Ireland.
My favourite team is India. I think the team with the best chance is actually Pakistan.
Pakistan.
In terms of who will win, well, you know, I think England's looking pretty good, to be honest.
England.
Australia.
Well, Australia.
Anything but Australia.
Australia for sure.
South Africa.
There's 80% chance for India to win. More confident about New Zealand.
Hi everyone, this is Norman Kochnick here on Sydney Harbour, near the Park Hyatt here in Sydney. I have obviously the Opera House over my right shoulder and a lovely P&O cruise boat on my my right actually. Great backdrop. Why I'm here today, the ICC T20 World Cup is only a matter of some 15 days away from the actual beginnings with the group stages. We are in Sydney. This is October the 1st. The month of October will see the World Cup take place around Australia. I'll be there with Buri Majunda and Rev Sports in collaboration with my channel Eyes on Cricket with Norman Kochnick. We'll be covering a lot of the broadcasts from a number of spots, and do join us. Make sure you join us because we're going to be live from all the venues where India is playing in particular, both in Perth, Adelaide, Sydney and Melbourne, and the big one, of course, which is India versus Pakistan at the MCG. That's a sold-out venue. It'll be the most incredible game of the year. So stay tuned on Eyes on Cricket with Norman Kochnick and with Buri Majunda's channel, Rev Sports. Hi, this is Norman Kochnick here yet again on Coogee Bay Road in Coogee, and I've bumped into one of my favourite gentlemen on earth. In fact, he's a Mr. Coogee as far as I'm concerned. How are you, Brad?
Not bad. Norm, how are you, mate?
I'm very good, Brad. You've been on a number of my videos. In fact, we've kicked goals every time you're on, so your views are invaluable. We need to work out, there's two World Cups. There's a Cricket World Cup and a Rugby League World Cup. Let's start with the cricket. Who do you think's who's your favourite and who's going to win?
Well, Australia. I mean, you know, I'm very, one-eyed Aussie. But, so really, it should be interesting anyway.
Oh, yeah. So Brad's both obviously supporting for Australia and thinks Australia's going to win. So his thoughts on the ICC T20 World Cup here in Australia, which is happening as we speak. This is Norman Kochnick from Eyes on Cricket. I'm also going to talk to Brad about the Rugby League World Cup, which is also happening. We've had a couple of games, haven't we?
We have. Well, my team, the South Sydney Rabbitohs, have got quite a few players competing in the World Cup. You know, we've got all Australia, Samoa, Tongans, all the different Papua New Guinea, even Alex Johnston's in Papua New Guinea,
and England,
and England, and how can I forget Tom Burgess? But so anyway, I think Australia will win it, but it's a bit lopsided, the score lines.
Yeah, it is lopsided. I think England won 60-6 or something against Samoa, and they won 42-8. Australia beat Fiji.
Yeah, that's it.
I think it's early form, though. We don't know because, quite frankly, when it comes to the World Cup, it's only the early stages. They could get their act together towards in Samoa, couldn't they?
Yeah. They could. Yeah, but there's some good players in each squad.
Yeah.
It should be interesting anyway. You know, good entertainment. But you know what? Back to the NRL Grand Final, mate. Honestly,
Penrith Parramatta.
Yeah, I know. We would have beaten Parramatta just as easily.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we should have been in that grand final, quite frankly, shouldn't we?
Yeah. And it wasn't a beast, so next year bring it on.
Yep, and Tane Mill will be almost back the first week because his suspension includes the games that he's playing for, was it Tonga? Yeah, so there you go. Yeah. I met Tane Mill the other day, actually, with Nico Hines, and I had a chat to them both. Tane Mill was in Maroubra. Yeah. He was just one of the Matchville pubs before. I was bumped into him and had a chat with him. And Nico Hines was in the cross. Nico, he's a nice guy actually. Yeah. But Tane Mill was remorseful because he couldn't play, but now it's been sorted. He could well be back for the first week.
Excellent.
All right, Brad. Thank you very much, Brad Ryder, a legendary South Sydney historian, knows all about cricket and football. Thank you for joining us.
Life member
of the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Quite frankly, we'll probably get higher on us. He'll probably get an OB or an MBE one day too, I reckon.
All the best.
All right, thanks, Brad. Thank you. I have two lovely people, in fact, three lovely people here. Hi, this is Jason, is it?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice to meet you, Jason.
You too.
And Ethan, say hello.
Hello.
But I have a third member here. Look down here. Who have we got here?
This is Loki.
Loki. Loki, can we see Loki? Then good. We'll get Loki's opinion later. All right. So, Jason and Ethan, who's your favourite team in this ICC T20 World Cup?
It has to be Australia.
Of course.
Has to be, yeah.
Who's going to win?
Who's going to win? England.
Wow, there you go. Australia is his favourites, but England's going to win. Ethan, very quickly, who do you think is going to win the World Cup?
Australia.
And they're going to win. Are they your favourites as well?
Yeah.
Great. All right, Ethan, come along here. And quickly, Lockie, who are you going to go for? He's had a lick. I think he licked when I said Australia, so you're going to think for Australia too. I hope so. All right, guys, stay tuned. And eyes on cricket with Norman Kochek. We've got lovely Ethan there and Jason and young Lockie. Hearts with Australia. Hearts with Australia, and also your heads with Australia, but yours is with England. So there you go. All of this. Eyes on cricket with Norman Kochek. Stay tuned.
Hi, it's Rupakshi Sharma from Eyes on Cricket, and as you know, ICC World Cup is happening here. So today we got, what's your name?
Harry.
Harry. So Harry, I would like to ask you two questions. Which is your favorite team, and who do you think gonna win the World Cup?
My favorite team, India.
Yeah.
Yep. But there's 80% chance for India to win.
Yeah.
But I'm more confident about New Zealand. Yeah, this time. But let's see what is gonna happen this time. I don't know. I'm not sure.
So Harry is confused between 80% he's going for India and 20% he's still supporting New Zealand. Let's see, guys, who won the ICC T20 Man World Cup. Thanks.
I have a young gentleman here right now. What's your name?
My name's Ronnie. Hi.
Hi, Ronnie. Ronnie, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. And who have we got next to you there?
Hi, I'm Raisa.
Riza. So Ronnie and Riza here, they're both very much into cricket, and they're going to tell me. The question first is, who's your favourite team in the World Cup, and who's going to win the World Cup?
My favorite team is India. I think the team with the best chance is actually Pakistan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, did you hear that? Ronnie's actually Indian, and he's actually supporting. He thinks he supports India, but the team he thinks will have the best chance is Pakistan. Yeah. Wow, very interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. But why? Why do you think that?
I think Pakistan's got a really well-balanced team. Babar Azam, Mohammad Rizwan, Shaheen Afridi, I think has been declared fit. So I think with that kind of strength and depth in their squad, they've got a pretty good chance actually. So.
You know what? That's a great thought. And actually, they're likely to be in the Super 12. Oh, sorry, they're in the Super 12, but in the Final Four as well, aren't they? And likely to win.
Yeah, I definitely think they've got a really good shot. So yeah.
There you go. Ronnie thinks Pakistan. What do you think, Isa?
They're good, but I will not admit it.
Please do.
Huh?
Say who you think.
Pakistan, they're good, but I will not admit it.
Okay, all right. You will not say. Okay. So Isa's saying she thinks Pakistan are good, but you're thinking India, aren't you?
No, Bangladesh is that's the team I go for. But look, they're not going to win at all. But I support them anyway.
Okay, so Isa supports Bangladesh, but who do you think is going to really win?
Pakistan.
Pakistan, and another person who you're Indian, aren't you, Isa?
No, I'm Bangladesh.
Are you Bangladeshi? Isa's Bangladeshi, Ronnie's Indian. He's going to support his team India, but he thinks Pakistan will win. And Isa, who's Bangladeshi, who the heart's with Bangladesh, but your head is with Pakistan.
No comment on that one.
Okay, so they're both going to Pakistan. This is remarkable.
No one's going for Pakistan.
Well,
We're not supporting Pakistan.
No. I'm glad to clear it up. They're not supporting Pakistan, but they think Pakistan's going to win. That's quite incredible. It's very interesting indeed. Thank you for your time.
No worries. Thank you.
Thank you too. What's your name?
Shannon.
Shannon. And?
Shane.
Shannon and Shane here. What's your thought, Shannon? Who's going to win the World Cup?
Australia for sure.
Yep. Shannon's definitively Australia. What do you think, Shane?
South Africa. Even though I'm Africa, but my heart, beating head says South Africa.
Right. So Shane says his heart's Australia, but head's South Africa, correct? And your heart and head go for Australia. Perfect, guys.
Aussie born and bred.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Anyway.
I appreciate it, guys.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
Thank you. I've got two very avid cricket fans here who are going to tell us who's going to win the World Cup. So your name's Daniel.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daniel. Who's going to win the World Cup of cricket?
Not really, isn't it?
Well, Australia's in it. Do you think Australia will?
Yeah, I think so.
So Daniel's not totally convinced, but he thinks Australia's going to win the World Cup. Thank you. What's your name? Come here. What's your name? Sorry?
Thomas.
Thomas. Thomas. Your brother, is it? Daniel? Daniel, he's not so 100% about Australia winning. What about you? Do you think they're going to win the World Cup?
Anyone but Australia.
Anyone but Australia? Come.
Yeah.
Say that again. What did you say?
Anything but Australia.
Oh my gosh, anyone but Australia. That means right up, and maybe I'll tell you what's saying. What about New Zealand? Okay, well thank you, but okay, I'll give you another. England. Yes. Okay, so Thomas thinks England, and Daniel Heath not too sure about Australia. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Bye. John, nice to meet you. It's Norman.
To meet you, Norman.
Nice to meet you too. So, John, in terms of who's going to win, first of all, who's your favourite team in the World Cup, and who's going to win this ICC T20 World Cup?
All right, two great questions, mate. Obviously, being Australian, we're backing the Aussies to win the T20 World Cup and defend their title. In terms of who will win, well, I think England's looking pretty good, to be honest. They touched the Aussies up a little bit the other week, and if it wasn't a washout in Canberra, it could have been three in a row. So look out for England.
There you go. John is obviously his heart's with Australia, but his head's starting to move towards England. Correct?
Correct, mate.
Well, very nice to meet you, John.
You too, mate. All the best.
Norman Kochnick, Eyes on Cricket with Norman Kochnick.
Thank you.